What's up guys, Kayla here and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I'm gonna be making another cake, and this cake is like a gender reveal cake. I'll probably show a picture somewhere. But pretty much right now, I'm gonna start with the fondant, so then I can already have it a day before, already prepped, so then when I'm making the cake, it's already done because I have to pretty much give it to her the next day, so pretty much Friday for me. But pretty much, yeah, I'm gonna get started with the fondant. I really don't like working with fondant, but kind of have to for this, but it's fine. But I need more practice with it anyways, so I'm gonna have to do it. So yeah, as I showed the picture, it's like a baseball, softball type of theme. So pretty much that is that. We're gonna go ahead and start the fondant. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna go ahead with the fondant. I have regular white fondant, and I did say I'm gonna do this in advance because yeah, I don't want to take too much time to work with the fondant and then prep the cake. Summer's already, what you call? Okay, I'm probably gonna need a little bit of powdered sugar. But too, what I really don't like about fondant is, well actually this is really soft, but is the dyeing of it. Like, it's really hard to like dye it because like it takes like a lot, and then it's like always on your finger. Like I hate when like I use dyes and stuff that it always stays on my hand. But hey, so it's got to go, it's gotta go. But yeah, pretty much you're just gonna knead it. Okay, so what we're gonna start is with the baseball, and I want to start off with the white one since, like I said, I don't really like the coloring. I'd rather do white first anyways. So what we need white for is, like I said, the baseball, and then for the underneath part of the lettering where it says baseball and softball, there's a little white strip under it. So yeah, those are gonna be for the two whites. Then once we do that, we can go ahead in with the dyeing. But I first want to do white since we have white. So I'm going to take a little bit of this. Probably we're going to have to use most of it anyways for white. But we're going to work little by little anyways. So yeah. And I really don't have, like on the rolling pins, I have a rolling pin, but I don't have the circle things to where like you can help with the thickness. So what I'm gonna do is something a little ghetto, and I have these like little mat things, and I'm gonna like press them on the, put them on the side to kind of help with the levelness of it. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Okay, so pretty much I'm gonna use this circle cookie cutter. This should be right size, but if not, there are to be pre-made, like the circles. And then if it's too big for the cake, we'll use this one. But for right now, it should be fine. I'm gonna make circles of these. And then, what am I saying? I'm gonna let them sit real quick for right now on these things, just to let them sit out. And I am gonna make about 4 to 5 of these, because just to, I don't know really for sure how many I'll need. On the picture they use 3, but just in case, I'm gonna make about 4 or 5 just to have certainty of how many I'll use. So that is what they look like, nice circles. Cute. So I'm gonna let them sit for real quick, and then I'm gonna start on dyeing. So now I'm gonna start with the white, not the white, the yellow softballs now. So I'm gonna go ahead, just kneel this one real quick, and then we can go ahead and dye it. I'm gonna try using these gloves, even though they're like really big. Like I don't have the tight ones, but I'm gonna just see for right now with the dyeing aspect if it helps, but if not, we'll just use the bare hands. But I like to have less dye as possible. I have a feeling though it's gonna slip off, so whatever. Okay, so pretty much that was way easier than I thought. Like, I got a good enough yellow. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more powdered sugar since it is a little sticky. Just a little bit because we don't want to lose too much of the color. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish kneading it, and then we're gonna do the same thing like I did with the white baseball. Technically, I guess this will be the softball, but same thing. We'll just do the same thing, same size. Okay, I forgot to push play to record, but I kind of did the stitches part on the baseball ones real quick, and I'll redo for the yellow ones. But I'm using this tool, and it's like for a stitching type of thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the yellow ones. Okay, so pretty much I finished with this stitching marks. I'm gonna go ahead and let them sit and dry for a bit. Let me just make sure they're on a flat surface. But now we can go ahead with the others. So pretty much we'll need red for the letters. I think I'm gonna go ahead with a do red right now, because that's simple. Because then I have the baseball bats, and for the baseball bats to make it look woody, I saw like using different colors, like use black, maybe white or tan, and brown, and line them up and then roll them into one. But I'll tell more once we get to that step. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and do the lettering. Okay guys, so I finished the cutting of the letters. It was kind of hard because the cutters, it wasn't taking off the fondant, but hey, it's okay. So you see, put them on a plate. I'm gonna let them dry out a little bit so they can get its hardening. Okay, so I made 3 different size balls. For each one, I'm using a brown color, an ivy color, and a black for each one. So I'm gonna go ahead and dye these off camera, and then we can get started from there. Okay, so now I have dyed all 3 of these, and now we're gonna roll them out like little long strips. Okay, now I'm gonna take strips of them. I'm gonna try to have a little bit more brown and then wake its way up, like slanting it. So I don't want too much black. So I'm gonna make about this size, maybe a little smaller because I don't want the bat to be so big. But now I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna roll it into one. Okay, as you saw, I was putting my finger a little towards the end and rolling it so it can get an indent. I don't know if you can see that as much, but it made an indent. So just do a little bit more and go up just a tad bit, but not so much. But pretty much that is my baseball bat. You can kind of see it pretty much, but I'm gonna let this go ahead and sit and do my other baseball bat off camera to let this harden and hold its shape. Okay guys, so pretty much I have finished the baseball bats and they look about like that. They're tiny. I had to start over because like I did it and then I didn't think about how big I made it, so I had to make them smaller. But I did roll out a small little white because I have to put it over the baseball bat. So I'm gonna kind of measure it as best I can on top of it. I made little lines of how big I wanted it, so I'm gonna kind of now trace it but not fully cut it into like an ovally type shape, as you can remember in the picture. Okay, so pretty much I went ahead and I'm finished making the little things to write the baby and the name. But I finished putting that on the baseball bats. I'm gonna let all my fondant dry out so they can get like its hardness. And then pretty much the next day, pretty much when I make my cake and everything, or I already pre-made the cake, but once I like start decorating the cake, I'll start like writing the name on the baseball bat, and then I would, on the actual baseballs itself, I would get a little bit of red dye and like start making the stitches look more real. But pretty much for fondant wise, I am done. It's good to do your fondant maybe a day or so, or even a week before your actual cake, so they can already be out the way and you can just decorate. I think it's way easier for me now thinking about it like as before. But pretty much I am done. I thought it would take me way longer than it actually did. Like usually it does, especially with the dyeing part. But pretty much, yeah, like I said, my fondants are done. I'm letting them dry out. And then I believe when you do make your fondant days before, you put them, I saw that you pretty much put them in like a box, like a cardboard box, and then put it in your freezer. So then with the cardboard box, it like still has air out, but it's like not wet, so they won't get wet type of thing, if you know what I mean. But pretty much I'm gonna let them sit in room temperature just for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the freezer. And yeah, pretty much I would start like in the next clip, it'll be me making my cake, prepping my cake and everything. And yeah, pretty much that is it for right now, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay guys, so pretty much it's the next day, and I pretty much did a little bit off camera. I leveled my cakes and simple served them so then it can have its moistness. So like it took a while because I had to figure out the cake board since it's a big cake. But also another thing, my brother, he has like a clothing line he's starting, so you know, girl how to rep. But yeah, I'll probably leave a link down below to his stuff if you want to check it out. I know he also has some shorts, like not box, but like swim shorts or just regular shorts on there. So yeah, just want to say about his clothing line that he's starting, and like a girl wants to assist, I don't know how to say it, but okay, we can just start with the cake now though. But pretty much I'm gonna just fill the cake with buttercream, and yeah, we can get started with that. Okay, so here is the cake. It is a funfetti cake, so fun. But pretty much I'm gonna try using this method I saw people use, like an ice cream scooper. I don't have the big one, but we'll just do this real quick. And I have regular buttercream frosting, and yeah, we can get started. Okay, so I'm done with the crumb coat. Now I'm gonna let it freeze in the freezer until it's nice and firm. Okay, so now it's done with this crumb coat. I'm gonna go ahead and cut the angles off. I probably should have already cut it before crumb coat because like I kind of wasted a whole bunch of frosting, but it's okay because I can eat this side. But pretty much it's just cut. Okay guys, so pretty much I have the cake and then I have a rice ball, like a Rice Krispie ball to make for the base ball on the top. I did this yesterday also, so I really didn't do it on camera, but I made it a ball. It was kind of hard for me, but like I kind of like made a line of where like the stitches would be at. So pretty much we can put this on the cake. I'm gonna go ahead, I already did like a piping bag, and I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little dollop. Actually, let me first see where I want it. So it gets me the right in the middle. So I'm gonna just do a little dollop so then it can stick. Nice and good. And I did put a cardboard underneath the Rice Krispie just so then it can hold there. But it's not gonna show because we're gonna do grass like on the edges, so it's gonna be fine. But pretty much now we're gonna go ahead and I believe we just pipe with the yellow and the white side to get like a clean cut, and we can get started with that. Okay, so I have now did one side white and one side yellow. I'm gonna go ahead and get my red buttercream, and I'm using a piping tip 3. And I'm gonna first go, I already like sketched like how I said like the stitches. So I'm gonna first do a line through it to just make sure I get that part good. Okay, so I have now did the stitches, just the line. I'm gonna go ahead and do the curves. Okay, now so I have finished the baseball part. It looks pretty good, pretty okay with it. But pretty much next I'm gonna put the baseball and softball and question mark now onto the cake. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get a little bit of buttercream to put on the part so that it can stick. So I put a few little dollops. Okay guys, so pretty much I had finished fixing the baseballs. As you can see, it took a little bit, but right now I'm gonna go ahead and use some piping gel to glue it on. pretty much that is the baseballs. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the baseball bats in the front just to see how I want
Okay
it.
guys, so pretty much this is the cake. I'll do a close-up. I know, don't mind the back. Don't mind the background, it's kind of messy. When I bake, I always be messy, which I need to get out of. But pretty much, I'll show you a close-up, but pretty much this is how it looks.
So, real quick, I had forgot to add like the dirt part. So I had went ahead and crushed some graham crackers and a little bit of brown sugar. And I'm gonna just sprinkle it on. But okay, pretty much that is the final look of it. Now it has its dirt, but pretty much that is it. Okay guys, so pretty much this is the end of this video. It was very time consuming, took a little bit, but of course with cakes like these that have details like that, it's gonna take a little while. But at the end of it, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with the cake. I have a few missed things that I don't like about it, but really in the end, it's about the taste, and if it tastes good, then that's really the point of it. But also the decorations, yeah, of course. But I have a lot to clean up right now. I don't know if you see, but I have just a whole table full of stuff everywhere. So yeah, I need to clean that. But again, make sure you guys check out my brother's clothing line. But make sure you guys check out his clothing line. I don't know, something just fell. But yeah, and when you do on his Instagram, tell him that your girl sent you. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I'm not with all that slang stuff, so I'm gonna just stop. But yeah, this is his shirt. It's nice and cute. It's Eternal Luck. So, because like his name is Lucky, so Eternal Luck. But yeah, if you guys like the cake, tell me in the comments down below. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.